afternoon, everyone. Now, I know I said yesterday, if you were watching yesterday, that I wouldn't be live today because we have a team cooking class. We're doing a festive flavours kind of cooking class tonight at 7:30 on Zoom. But I had to cook dinner and I was racking my brains what to cook, and I thought, oh, hubby had left a few veggies over last night. He couldn't eat them all, so I thought, what will I do with them? Because I don't like waste, as most of you would know. So, did you notice a different view? I have done a view out here before. I'm out in my hairdressing salon. So, anyway, I thought I would do something really quick and simple and still get veggies into him. So, I'm going to be using my fabulous sandwich press that you've all seen me use before, and I have something really exciting to show you. So I thought I'd get this on really quickly, and whilst I had them going on in the sandwich press, and I'm also doing his chop. So I'm a good wife giving him a chop. So I've just got a pork chop that I'm going to do in here. So quick and easy. All right, so the recipe I chose, I've actually got it bookmarked here, I think. Have I got it bookmarked? I'm not sure. Let me come to my week. And okay, it's called kumara frittata, or kumara fritters, but I've only got a really small amount of kumara, sweet potato, but Carl had left over some white potato last night, but I called it Bubble and Squeak, but when I looked at Bubble and Squeak doesn't have eggs, so it really is more of a fritter because it's got the eggs in there. But it's a very simple recipe. Let's start cooking. Okay, so we need some kumara. Now, it's literally chuck everything in. So I've got a little bit of red onion here. I've got some white potato and sweet potato. I'm gonna add a little clove of garlic. And in here, because I had to be prepared, I've got a little bit of curry powder, some salt and pepper. So I'm going to throw all that in. So it's a little bit more than the weight that this asks for. Oh, and I've also got my leftover veggies. Okay, so it's just some broccoli, peas and carrot. So, all right, red onion, 2 eggs. So I'll just crack those into there. Okay. 2 eggs. Next, it's going to ask for for me to clean the screen because I have a wet finger. Doesn't like wet fingers. Oh, coconut flour. So if you've ever used coconut flour before, you'll know that it's quite dry. So don't use too much of it, okay? If you want to use normal flour, if you don't have coconut flour, you could probably easily double the flour. But coconut flour is lower in carbs, it's gluten-free, and it has a distinct flavour. If you don't have coconut flour, I'd probably use something like maybe a bit of corn flour or something. So wants 25 grams of that. So simple recipe. I have made these for breakfast before because the recipe is actually with poached eggs, sour cream and dill or something. So I've got my curry powder in there, salt, pepper, and insert measuring cup, and all the way up to speed 6. A few seconds to go, but I could hear it was fairly well freewheeling, so I'm just going to scrape down, and that's why it was freewheeling. See how everything's thrown up to the edge there? So I'm just going to scrape it down. Now the potato was already cooked, the white potato was already cooked and all the veggies were cooked, but the sweet potato was raw. So this won't take an awful lot of cooking, I don't think. Whoops. Okay, so I'll just give that the last 3 seconds. And next. Okay, it says place into a large frying pan, but who uses a frying pan when they have an electric sandwich press? I'm just going to bring that forward a little bit and then push it out the way in a moment. So there's my batter mix, my frittata mix. And if you've ever seen me use the sandwich press before, there's no real science with it. You just plonk stuff on. And will I get all of these on at once? I'm going to do 3 or 4 of them. I'll see how much I get out of this. So, yep, I reckon I'll get a 4th one there. Only a small 4th one. Now you could put any veggies into this, I reckon. So I think using the cooked white potatoes, it's given it more of a mashy, smooth feel, whereas I think if you used raw white potato, you would end up more like a hash brown kind of thing, okay? Anyway, I'm just going to put my level on that because I don't want to squash them. I just want them to be, I might need to come down a smidge more. That's the great thing, if you do get a sandwich press, try and get one that has a level on it so that you can leave it high or bring it down really low. All right, I'm just going to leave that to do its thing for a couple of minutes. Once that's cooked, I'm going to pop the chop in, and I'm not going to keep you here while I cook a chop because that's a bit boring, okay? But there's a couple of things I wanted to talk to you about. Yesterday, when I did my live, I showed you how you can use your blade cover peeler to do garlic, ginger, and turmeric. And somebody asked me about apples, and I thought, I'll give it a go. Don't bother. I've 2 apples I popped in. Now, I did only do them for 30 seconds, but I could hear they were bobbling about. But basically, I don't know if you can see, it started to peel a little bit, but now the apples are really bruised. So we aren't going to peel apples with our potato or our peeler blade cover. Okay, so whoever it was that asked me yesterday about peeling apples, no go. Okay, so you don't have to go and waste your apples like I did. All right, now, really exciting thing that I wanted to show you was tonight on the cooking class, I'm going to be doing my vegan meringues that I did a couple of days ago on a live. And the recipe I use is from the recipe community. So I went to copy and paste it today to send to my team leader so we have the recipes for tonight's class. And it asked me if I wanted to add to Cookie Dough, and I went, well, why not? Man, it is the easiest thing ever. And tomorrow I'm going to come to you. I'm going to find a couple of recipes and I'm going to show you how easy it is to import or export. I'm not sure. I'm exporting from recipe community and importing into Cookie Dough. But the recipe, and it's really cool because I come into my recipes, created recipes. Hopefully you can see that because the sun, as you can see, the sun's coming through. So here it's got vegan meringues. From here, I can go straight into the recipe. It takes a minute or so, or not a minute, 30 seconds, 10 seconds to load up. It'll come up with my picture. There we go. So it's got user created recipe, vegan meringues, imported by Denise, Thermi Exciting, yada yada. And then when you come down below here, you have the opportunity to put notes in there. So I put a note in that it was about a 10-minute prep and it takes about 3 hours. So you have all that information. So imported by Denise, the source is the recipe community. Now, this is the first one that I've done, and my notes and hints and tips was do a vinegar wash and mill your sugar first. So I think it's going to be a really cool, took me like seriously a minute to do. I was thinking, oh, I don't know if I'm going to have time to do this, but It was so easy from the recipe community anyway. Anyway, that is, oh, look at that. I don't know if you can see what's going on down here. Let me take you off and show you what is happening. These are my fritters. Aren't they amazing? So by leaving the ledge up, you can see, can you see the thickness of them? So they are done. Anyway, that's all for this evening. I'm terrible with this camera. This is all for this evening, and unless you're going to zoom into the cooking class tonight, it's not too late to register. If you want the link to it, get on to me ASAP, because I'm going to be cooking the rest of the dinner, and the cooking class is going on at 7:30 tonight. We're cooking my meringues, which you've already seen. Somebody's doing a semifreddo with meringue, and we're doing a turkey thing with an Aussie potato salad. We've got a cocktail or a mocktail. I'm not sure whether it's alcoholic or not. What else have we got? Oh, we've got some coffee syrup and chocolate syrup. So some really different things. So it's not just about, you know, roast turkey and roast veggies. Anyway, it wouldn't be with a Thermomix, would it? Remember to #replay, and I shall see you all tomorrow with a little tutorial on how to import from Recipe Community to Cookie-Doo. Anyway, take care, and I'll see you all on the flip side. Bye.